So here I am in a wee video. First thing I want to do is click over here where it says text. And I'm going to grab this one here, bring it down. I'll put it on the video line. Right now it says the word sample, but if I click on it down here, I can type Steve and Tanya's newscast. And I can adjust it. I can make it wider. I can change the size over here. I can change the font, I suppose. Whatever I want to do. I could even, I suppose, change the color. That's kind of cool. And when I say done, there it is. And when I hit my play, not much is happening, but that's okay. It's just a title. Okay, so I've got this nifty title here. By the way, if I always want to go to the beginning of my video, I can just click here. And when I hit play, you can see my cursor going along the timeline here. For about 10 seconds, it says Steve and Tanya's newscast. That's a good start, but not too exciting. If you're like me, you probably have some green screen looking video clips that you've already seen. Drag them down here. But now watch what happens when I go from my title to my green screen. It was a very harsh, what I call sudden transition between the two. Suddenly we're looking at this, boom, all of a sudden we're looking at that. By the way, Steve asked me, is it possible to cut something out of the video? And the answer is yes, you can. Find the spot with this line where you want to cut it. And then as long as this is highlighted pink, you can use this split tool. And that turns that into two little tracks, and I delete the part I don't want. But back to my point about the title and the video clip having a very abrupt transition. There's a thing over here called transitions. And if I grab this one that looks like the curtain opening and closing, watch what happens. That's pretty cool. Let's try one other one. I'll delete this one. If you click on it, there's the delete button up here. I'll do, let's see, this rainbow one and put it in between there. And now you can see I'm going from the titles, rainbow cascade, and now I start talking. So that's called transitions. We should have transitions between all of your segments in this video, certainly between your titles and your first segment. All right, so now we know how to do a title, and we know how to bring a track down, and we know how to put a transition in between them. So you see the nice little rainbow in there. That's awesome. Now here's the thing. You're going to have more than one track usually. So I'm going to make another text box and bring it down and put it in between here, and then go back to my uploads. Find myself another one of these green screen tracks, probably this one, and put it here. So now I've got a track that finishes, another title, and then another track. I should probably put transitions on either sides of that track, and I should certainly, maybe I'll click on this and I'll say, now the weather, if that were the weather thing that was happening next. And then I could go to transitions over here, and I could put one of these here, maybe one of these here. And so now when I come from the end of this track, weather fades in, and then the weather fades out. Now the only thing I'm still noticing is that while I have these titles, once again, I might split and trim this guy, move this over. So look, kind of boring in the middle of my title for it to be absolutely quiet. Nobody's talking. So let's put some music there. I'm going to go all the way to the beginning by pushing this button. Then I'm going to go to up here where it says audio. And there's about 1 million audio tracks. I'll just grab the... That's loud. And I'll bring that down here. And I will trim it so that it's just the same length as my title here. So you can see this is my music track down here. And I'll click the split button right here. And I'll delete most of that song. But now I've got music that should start at the beginning. There it is. Now I have my transition, and now I start talking in my video. Once again, I've got a quiet, no talking title section right here. Maybe I'll grab another. Here, I'll grab a half song. Here, move this over to here, split it, throw away the extra, and now at the end of this segment, whatever it was I was talking about, it's going to fade out. Now there's the weather. It's got that nice music. And then I start talking again and doing whatever it was I was talking about. So I would like you to have a title at the beginning and a title at the end. By the way, here under text, there's a cool one. Things at the end. Here we go, down at the bottom where it says special. So I'm under text, and you have to scroll down. You won't see it until you see special. But look at this one here. It's kind of like what you'd see at the end of a movie where it says directed by, produced by, and you can put you and your partner's names in here by double clicking on it. So directed by, oops, I want to delete the whole thing. Come on, you stinker. Mr. Pat, produced by Tanya A, whatever. And then when you say done, it'll be there at the end. And of course, you'd put a transition in and you'd put more music down here. These are all things you know how to do. So if you have enough time, you should be able to make yourself quite a nice little wee video with titles, transitions, and music or audio underneath it. And that's going to turn your kind of humdrum little news clips into a very interesting newscast. One more real quick thing. Again, if I click here, it takes me to the beginning of the video. It's called Steve and Tanya's Newscast. Oh my gosh, we need to label our project, right? So again, oops, I guess I have to backspace it. Steve P and Tanya A newscast. So now we know whose project this is. And when you finish all of your transitions, all your titles, all your video clips are in here. You've got audio and everything. See your teacher and they will help you export it so that then we can see this video as your final finished product that you get graded on. Good.